Hey there, it's Robin, and in this video, you're going to learn how to improvise a Gypsy Jazz solo on the standard All of Me. To do that, I'm going to teach you a solo that I've written on All of Me, which is full of juicy licks, arpeggios, phrases, quotes, all sorts of great ideas that you can use in your improvisation on All of Me. We're going to go through it chord by chord so you know where I'm coming from. And first, I'm going to play along with the backing track, the solo, then we're going to break it down. So grab your guitar, let's do this. All of Me solo number one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there was the solo, and what we're going to do now is basically go through the chord sequence and break it down phrase by phrase. And it goes without saying that to be able to improvise freely, you really have to know the chord sequence for whatever tune you're improvising over, like the back of your hand, so not having to think about the chords. But in this video, we got the luxury to slow it down. So let's take it 4 bars at a time. And you can see the first 4 bars of All of Me is 2 bars of C major and 2 bars of E7. Let's listen to the phrase that I play in the solo over those 4 bars, and then we'll learn it. All of Me solo number 1. Okay, so we're just looking at the first 4 bars now. 1, 2, 3, 4. C. E7. Okay, so for the C major, I played this phrase. Okay, so they're all notes out of the C major scale, right? And this first lick, right, is kind of like an enclosure. There's the C, and we're enclosing the C from the 9th above and the major 7th below. So I'm starting on the... This is a classic phrase that you can always use over a major chord. So this kind of thing. So, and then I play this arpeggio. Right, that's over the C major. And it's actually just going this, it's actually quite a simple shape. So it's a major 7. See there, the pinky, I'm playing the C, and then it goes across diagonally, and you've got C major 7. So C, E, G, B, right? The root, the 3rd, the 5th, and the major 7. And all I do is go backwards, right? And then carry on down. So actually that's the A, which is the 6th. So it's actually like an A minor 7 arpeggio as well, which could be over A minor, right? But in this context, it's over C. Right? So that's where I'm coming from with the first phrase. Right? And then we'll go into the E7, and I play this lick, which is very simple, starting on the G sharp. And it's actually kind of from a basic dominant 7th arpeggio. So there's the 3rd, there's the 5th, there's the 7th, there's the root, and then we go up to the flat 9, right, to get the flavor of the dominant 7th. Right. tabbed out, by the way, in the 3 hot solos on All of Me course, which is in the Gypsy Jazz Club and other places. So look for that. And then we've got the tab and all the explanations as well in the PDF. But try and learn this by ear as well. Try to absorb these ideas in a way which I think can go deeper. So far we've got... Right, there's the E7, okay? So let's listen to it again, and then you know what's happening now. There's the chords, okay? Here we go. All of Me solo number 1. Okay. We're going to hear the first 4 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4. C major. E7. Let's check out the next 4 bars. A7 to D minor. Okay, so what happened then? We went E7. For the A7, we went... So this is basically going from A7 to D minor. And what the solo did, so for the A7 bit, I started on the 7th of A7. And what I'm thinking here with this phrase, basically thinking, when I'm playing over the A7, I'm thinking D minor harmonic scale, which is... Right, that's the D minor harmonic scale over the A7, so I'm... Right, that fits perfectly over the A7, but what I'm thinking is D minor. Get to the D minor, I hit that G note, which is the 11th, which always sounds groovy. So I go down, that's on the D minor, and then round off with this really cute phrase. Right, so if we work backwards on the D minor, we can play the interval. Right, D and F, which is a minor third. That shape is really useful because you can kind of go a fret below, 2 frets above, and then chromatically down. So when you're on a D minor, you can kind of play. Right, you can play like that, right? There's the D minor. So if we listen to the A7 and the D minor, right, then we're at the D minor. So let's just listen to that on the solo. Okay. 1, 2, C major, 4. E7. Now we're at the A7. Coming down the D harmonic to D minor and the minor thirds. Let's check the E7 here. So all I did there for the E7 to the A minor, again I used that, right, which is basically diminished idea. I went... Basically took the phrase up an octave, so down an octave, up an octave, right, so the same phrase is just taken up an octave, and then when I get to A minor, I just rest on the 5th, right, so E7, right? Let's just listen to that. Here we go. Here's the E7 to the A minor. Okay, D7. this is really interesting. When we get to the D7, I'm using a quote. Right, I don't know if you recognize that, but it's from Chicago, which fits great over a dominant seventh, in this case D7. So always sounds great. And then when I go to the 2-5, back to the second half, D minor 7, G7, I go. So this is part of that Chicago quote. And when it goes to G7, I repeat that phrase, which is I actually think right, F minor. It's kind of weird, but it fits kind of in a nice modern way over the G7. So move it up for 3 frets. Right, which fits over the G7 in a modern way. Let's just hear that bit. Well, let's just take it from the top. You'll start to piece these phrases together. Okay, C major. 1, 2, 3, 4. E7. All right, A7. Coming down the D harmonic minor. D minor with those minor thirds. E7 again, diminished, up an octave, A minor, hang in there, Chicago, up 3 frets, second half, the same, E7, exactly the same, A7, D minor, minor thirds, last bit, F minor, C. That's worth looking at. So you've got this bit in All of Me near the end, which basically goes F, F minor. Right, you hear that in a lot of standards, but in All of Me. And what I'd use there is another quote, like Chicago was a quote on the D7. I play this. That fits. Sorry, the singing. See where I'm coming from? There's a tune called I Can't Believe That You're in Love With Me, and it goes something like that. Fits great. F, F minor to A7, right? And then the end of the solo, I just kind of quote the melody of All of Me. Right? So let's listen to that last bit from the F minor. There it is. Yeah, so the end of the solo went. Slightly bluesy there. Right, see where I'm coming from there. So that F to F minor. Right, end bit. So let me play the solo for you once more. And the idea with this solo is that you can learn it. And to be honest, I've learned this solo, and when I've been out there at a jam session or a gig and I've suddenly hit a block, a solo like this can come in handy because it's not really technical, but it's kind of full of juicy phrases that always sound groovy and simple. So it kind of helps out when you're out there in real life playing with people. So let me play the solo once more for you. And of course, if you want the tab to this, And the other solos, there's actually 3. So I have this system where I write 3 solos for all the Gypsy Jazz standards. And the first solo is always simple and groovy like this one. The second solo is more hip and impressive. And the third solo, we use chords and octaves. So all those solos together give you all the ideas that you would ever need to improvise on that standard. And it's really working for Gypsy Jazz Club members. So let's play the solo once more, and then I'll come back with a couple of thoughts.
1, 2.
Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
E7, A7, D minor, E7, A minor, Chicago for D7, up 3 frets, same, A7, quote, blues ending, yeah, so these phrases are all really useful, and what I recommend to try and do is obviously learn that solo, but one thing you can do yourself is try to compose your own solo on a standard that you're working on. For example, all of me, you know, make your own backing track or use the backing track in the Gypsy Jazz Club and compose your own solo, which is easygoing, melodic, right, and groovy. So it's not technical and it will always sound good, and just try and work out the best notes over each chord. And that's what I've done in this solo. So thanks for watching this video. If you would like the tab to this and support from myself and the community, then of course, this is available in the Gypsy Jazz Club. You can take a 14-day free trial and come in and see what it's all about. We have this approach on many, many Gypsy Jazz standards where we compose solos, lots of little solos, which can help us in lots of areas. So there's all of me. You know the drill. Have a go, take it slow, stay inspired. And if you need help more from me and the Gypsy Jazz Club community, then consider taking a 14-day free trial at the Gypsy Jazz Club. You can go to gypsyjazzclub.com to do that. All right, thanks for watching this. Have a great day.